welcome to this new episode on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for following me. Today we are here with this beautiful big rocky mountain material, very old tree with a lot of character, and today I'm gonna do the complete work on this tree. The tree is ready, it's very strong and full of energy, so I'm going to try to take out the character of the tree and transform in a future beautiful bonsai. So when I approach a new material like this one, I always try to analyze the good point and the bad point of the tree. So as you can see, probably this tree was collected in a rock pocket, so one of the main thing we have to start working in the future is to reduce this root ball and start developing roots around the trunk. It's something that we have to keep in mind every time we work on a new tree, and even when we collect a new tree, we want to give room to the new roots to develop, because those roots will be very useful for the future potting in a bonsai pot. So this tree has a very dramatic deadwood and a very nice live line. So it's easy to see the tree on this front because there is no foliage, but I'm not very happy about this deadwood and the kind of boring crossing of the live line. So I will start looking at the tree from this angle where we have a nicer movement. The live line start at the base and twist around, and I have a very strong impact on this beautiful deadwood, especially this very old chin that you can see here is very dramatic and old, and even more what can be the new apex is already coming forward, and we have this that can become a beautiful first branch in the right side of the tree. So what I'm gonna do to start, I'm gonna clean the live line. There is a lot of old bark on juniper. I really like to see the reddish vein with this kind of effect against the white of the deadwood. And then I will start cleaning the foliage from the not necessary branches, whatever is flopping down, whatever is died. And then I start positioning the structural branches and creating paths for the final design. So now the cleaning is done. The live line is nice and clean. We can see the reddish color. I clean also the ramification from all the old branches, and I just kept the good foliage that will start building the structure of the pads. I figure out which one I want to use as a new front. That would be this one. I have a very beautiful trunk line with the vein in the front, this beautiful deadwood here, and what I consider a very important branch that can become the first branch of the tree, kind of matching with this chin coming from the base. So I can get the best from the trunk line, the chin, and the structure that I already have. I still have to solve a little problem from this branch. Luckily, I have other more compact branches coming from the top. I need something to build the back of the tree, and I really don't like this line, and it will be almost impossible to bend it down because there is a shari here, the vein is underneath and on top, so if I bend it, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna kill the branch, and I will always have a problem of having these two lines, the main branch and this one coming from the same spot. So having the chance of these higher branches that are more flexible and more compact, I'm gonna cut these guys away, build a chin that would be a nice point for the back, and using these two branches and this one that has an inner start and can be bent in this area to build the back of my tree. So when I cut branches, I always leave longer pieces that I can make as gin. So this tree has the detail of having nice longer gin all over the high of the trunk, so it would be good to have this as a new part of the deck. Here we are ready for the next step of the work. The tree is clean, the deadwood is done, the cleaning of the ramification too. Now it's time to put raffia on the main structure of the tree. So main branch and also secondary branches and the top, because we want to protect the fiber of the wood during the bending, because normally on the first styling, Rocky Mountain is pretty stiff, even in some smaller branches. So when we bend them down and we put in position, we risk to have little cracks along the cambium of the branch. So putting the raffia and on top the plastic tape, we can preserve the energy of the branch for the new spring growth, and the tree can keep being stronger and we don't risk to lose any of the main structural line of the tree. So we need, according to the front that I pick, we need to move this branch back from this chin to open this nice view to the deadwood. Obviously pushing the main branch down, the apex bend here to create the nice round apex, and here in the back I need to bend this guy down here, and also these two branches coming from the top that will be filling the back space to give depth to the tree. Let's do it. So here we are, it's the wiring time, so all the branches are protected. So now I'm gonna start from the lower branch, the main branch, put the structural wire that has to go in the direction of the bend. So this branch is gonna go down and forward, so the wiring would be clockwise. I don't need to match with another branch because for the size I can work with this branch alone and just anchor probably on this gin and this gin. The wire would be not the one actually bending the branch will be the one holding the fiber of the branch, the raffia, and all the protection together, while I'm gonna push it down, probably anchoring on this gin or on a screw. So I start there, and then I put the main structural wire to all the protected branches, the structural branches, thinking always the direction. So clockwise, also clockwise, because it's down there. This one has to be also clockwise in this position. I have this one clockwise too, because it's gonna move in that direction. And at the end, I just left this one. I still have to put some raffia on, and I will decide if I want to just put it down and use some side one to create the apex, or use this itself and bend over forward to create my top. Now I set all the lower pad, set the first branch, set the side branch there, all these nice back branches, and now I have to solve kind of the problem with this frontal branch. In the position how it is now is completely covering this beautiful gin. So I have to decide in which side I want to lower it down. So originally I was thinking to go in this side, but I have this branch I can use to fill this gap and frame the gin. So I changed the direction of the wire, and now I'm gonna use this part to create more green in the side where is all the movement of the juniper located. That is the side of the first branch. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use an anchor point probably here or in this gin, and from the under part of the wire bend the branch inside of this gap. Doing that, I can get this green here to help me in the upper part of this branch, and all this green in a lower position that can help me to frame the gin in his middle section. So here we are back to work. We have a beautiful trunk and this beautiful gin that is very old, and I try to match with the first pad. It's a little bit too wide, so what I'm gonna do using a bark splitter, I'm gonna try to remove the back part of the gin, just to reduce a little bit the line and just keep this nice curvy line, and reduce a little bit this thickness.
Bonsai drip. Bonsai drip.
In this way I can create a little bit more room here where there is a visual connection between the gin and the pad, and the area look better and a little bit more refined visually, and this is the goal that I wanted. So now I'm ready for the last step of the work. You can see that the shape of the tree is getting together. I put together all the lower pad and the back part, and especially this frontal part framing the beautiful gin. Now there is only this guy that needs to be wired. So the plan is wire completely. As you see, I already prepared this branch with raffia and big wire. So I want to bend back the branch, and then I have extension coming especially from this branch here that I can bring forward and create the green to finish the top of the tree. You see that this part need to be filled according to the line of the lower branches. So as I said, this is gonna go down and then this branch forward to finish the apex. So here we are with the final result. The top came out very nice and compact with a good structure. All the movement of the tree and the dead wood is framed by nice pads. And now just the tree have to mature, start shooting in spring and get a little bit more full, especially in some part of the canopy. For example, here in the back, I try to move most of the branches forward to create the basic shape, but there are still some of the spaces of the tree that need to be filled in by the new growth. But I'm pretty happy about the final result. The tree look powerful and beautiful on all its movement, and I was happy to highlight some of the interesting feature of the tree. And for now, that's it. Probably in 2 years we're gonna repot this tree and start cleaning the original part of the root ball and try to put this tree in a bonsai pot.
Bonsai 3.